Hello there, and thanks for tuning in to Straight to the Point Tech. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I mainly review handheld gaming PCs, but I also review other technologies. So if you would, while you're here, please subscribe, leave a like, share my video, comment below in this video, let me know what you think, and also turn on notifications so you know when I drop a newer video. Thank you. I appreciate your support. All right, so for today's video, we're going to be covering the Lenovo Legion Go and how Lenovo completely just dropped the support. I'm sure many of you are aware that Lenovo has stated that they will no longer support the Lenovo Legion Go, which is the original. And what that means is that for my Lenovo Legion Go owners, or for those who just picked it up or are interested in getting one, basically what that means is there will be no drivers. There won't be any drivers. There won't be any support period for the device moving forward. And I'm guessing because they're trying to focus on the Lenovo Legion Go 2 and the Lenovo Legion Go S Z1E Extreme variant and the Windows variant particularly. And I really want to share my thoughts with you guys and just tell you how I feel. So you know what? Let's just get to that. So how I feel about the whole situation is, I knew this was coming. I feel like, in my opinion, the OG Lenovo Legion Go still has a lot of juice left in it. The problem is the writings were on the wall when the OG Lenovo Legion Go released, right? There was minimal support. There were times where many games required specific driver updates to come out from Lenovo because without them, they wouldn't be able to function or run properly. So there was just this waiting period. Like, I remember when Stalker 2 came out and it ran terrible on the Lenovo Legion Go. And it could have ran actually better, but the biggest issue with that was Lenovo wasn't given the support to the Lenovo Legion Go as they should on a consistent basis. It was things where you had to continually sideload drivers from you were having to sideload drivers from the ROG Ally and the ROG Ally X just to get, specific game features to run. You had to go and do DDU, which is the display driver update, and remove. It was just so much. But we knew this was coming for the people who seen the writings on the wall because they just weren't supporting the device. First of all, you release a device that has 1600p display, but then it's 144 hertz, but then it doesn't support VRR. And then most games didn't support that landscape. So then you were running into issues where, you had to scale it down to 900p just to get it playable. Then you release an update 2 years later, the device supporting 1000p. It was just so many red flags. And me, I got fed up and I eventually wound up selling my Lenovo Legion Go. I wound up getting another one for emulation purposes, but we all knew this was going to happen. Lenovo just got very lackluster and very lazy when it came to the support. And, now I guess a lot of you are trying to figure out where do you stand, like what's next? And I'm going to get to that right now. So what's next is a few things, right? Here's my suggestion. If you have a Lenovo Legion Go and you plan on selling it, sell it and trade it in, or whatever the case may be, whichever way you can to achieve some sort of credit. And I will put the money towards an MSI Claw 8 AI Plus if you can. The MSI Claw A8, which is the AMD variant, the AI Plus is Intel. Or pick up an OG ROG Ally, or pick up an ROG Ally X if you can, or, even pick up a Steam Deck OLED. And I'm saying that because with the support of Lenovo dropping Lenovo Legion Go, of course, obviously, it doesn't mean the end of the life for the device, right? You can install Steam You can install SteamOS. You can install Bazzite on the OG Lenovo Legion Go. There are many things you can do. You could turn it into an emulation device. You could turn it into a streaming device. There's so many things that you could do. So don't get discouraged and be in a rush to say, okay, I have to go ahead and just drop my device and get rid of it. You really don't. You know, the customability, is limitless. You can do so many things, right? So that's what I would do, you know. Like I said, you have the option of getting rid of it for a Steam Deck OLED. I know you might say, oh, that's wild. Look, let me tell you something. I got a Steam Deck OLED right here in my hand. And there's, endless amounts of mods via DecuLoader. That's the difference between SteamOS and Windows. You can install the same operating system, again, that's on the Steam Deck OLED or the Steam Deck, which is SteamOS, on the OG Lenovo Legion Go. You can do that, and you can install DecuLoader and get the same mods, right? Better mods than, Windows. Windows doesn't have any mods, period, So yeah, I mean, you can do that. Or again, trade it in, usually these things, Lenovo Legion Go can go for about $300, $400 on a good day, $250. Put it towards a Steam Deck OLED, MSI Claw 8 AI Plus, or put it towards something else, a more viable handheld that is going to constantly get support instead of wasting your money. I'm not even a fan of the Lenovo Legion Go 2, and I have it. It's just collecting dust. I'm not a fan of it because I feel like, we got charged for, of course, obviously the OLED display. We got charged, obviously, for the 8.8-inch display being 144 hertz VRR, which it should have been on the first device. But then they scaled the visual fidelity down to 1200p, which, by the way, 1200p is perfect for handheld gaming. But, again, these are things that should have been on a stock device, or there should have been some sort of software update or something to be able to get, close to that type of performance with the Z1E, same as the Z2E Extreme in certain regards, in certain games. And to tell you the truth, the performance between the Z1E and the Z2E is not far off. It's very slight. It's like a 2 to 3% increase in performance. Not very worth it, in my opinion. So don't even be in a rush to go and get the Legion Go 2. Get the Claw 8 AI Plus via, which is the Intel variant. Get the MSI Claw A8. I mean, you are much better off, trust me. So yeah, guys, I mean, like I said, I just wanted to make this video real quick. Don't be discouraged. Don't be in a rush, again, to go out and get the Legion Go 2. You have so many other options out there as far as handhelds go. Please don't pick up the Legion Go 2 if you don't have to. I'm not crapping on it. I have it. I think it's a great device for what it is. I just think it's extremely overpriced. I think if anything, Lenovo should drop the price down to $1,000. That device shouldn't be $1,200 or more, or $1,300 plus tax. But obviously with tariffs and, the certain state of our economy, the prices are going to continue to go up. But I do recommend that you go with those alternatives that I gave you, or suggested rather, and suit yourself and save yourself a headache. But I just want to say I appreciate y'all's support. We're at 870 subscribers, so please continue to like, share, subscribe, comment on my videos, let me know what you think. Get straight to the point tech. I'm out, and I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. Peace.